Well, a little bit late today. We just got in from walking the dog. Kids are off school, so all timings are thrown out the window. I've got to set everything up as well. So let's do that. I did go to a boot fair yesterday. It was all right. It was my normal Ardingly one that I've been going to because there's nothing else on. And there were loads of people up from Brighton. So it's packed. I was first in the queue, standard. But I got in there and there was a wave of people behind me. And after going around once and not really getting anything, that first sort of sweep, you just think, oh, what's the point of being first? Everyone else has got anything good. I've gone the wrong way. Hello, Flip It, Ship It. Been a while. Good to see you. I hope you're well. Vintage Views. Good to see you. Morning, Neil. Good to see you. Have I sold some cameras lately? I was looking for cameras this weekend, looking for memory cards, to be honest. I haven't done any Royal Mail labels. Now, first things first, the trainers, the Gary from Husty's Emporium, £70 trainers. He was saying list them for 90, I think. The Back to the Future, Marty McFly. I thought I'd sold them. Someone put in an offer. They were up for 80 or something like that. And someone put in an offer for 70. And I was like, I'll have it. Buyer in France who, by the look of his feedback, buys a lot of trainers. He then requested a cancel. So it's like, oh. So today, first things first is another £5 comes off the price. Pretty soon, Gary will be buying them. Not organised anything to list. I might just be sat here talking rubbish as usual. Hello, Adoringer, and hello, Mark. Good to see you. Hello there. What are you thinking of The Mandalorian at the moment? I watch it with three boys, and they're just like highly critical of everything that's going on. No, not as good as the first two series. Hello, Kermit. You all right there? Unbelievable. All the Royal Mail prices are up. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, a bag of... in fact, I've been carrying a sack of merd because I've just got in from walking the dog. And I took Jack and Charlie out with me as well. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Di. Hope that was useful information. Di messaged me about doing sell similar. And my general routine is to do 10 sell similars. I end 10 listings. I have a pool of about 30 ended listings. So if you're going to start doing this, end 10 today, end 10 tomorrow, end 10 the next day. And then on the third day, the first 10 you ended, sell similar. Adjust the price. Yeah, 11 o'clock already. Yeah, in fact, I'm late. I'm often quite early. So, yeah. I have postage policies, so that'll be quite easy for me. I've probably about half a dozen postage policies. I'll probably put it up by 50p or pound or whatever it is. Yeah, it was gutting, but let's Karacha shoes. Hello, 2 notifications from eBay. One is a message about a pink DS, which has got to be sent. It'll be, when are you sending it? Hell, will you be posting today? Yes. I'll reply to that later so I can be polite. I have to think about being polite. And the other notification is something that has sold. An Olympus Trip MD35 compact shoot tested with case. What was that then? It could be one I got the other day. Be a nice sell-through rate. I don't think it is, actually. Let's have a look at the old SKU. It's got the date I would have originally listed it. Oh, yeah, 17th of March. A couple of weeks ago. Just got to find the thing now. £25. That's all right for a Trip MD3 Olympus with a nice case on it. I think it was one of those that have been happy. Oh, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this, and I was talking last week about, people react and people react to the reaction. I think the good thing is that at least people have views, strong views. You've got to appreciate that. And they believe in their views. So it's like if you had Chris from what's it called, Daily Refinement, and you had Tommy in a room, they'd probably have a right old ding dong. But you've got to respect that they, believe in what they're doing, and will come out and say they do what they do. They don't do it anonymously, and you'd have a good old discussion. And I think even if you don't like what people do, be it a course or a get together, a conference, you've got to have respect for the fact that they believe in what they're doing. I mean, no one's going to agree with everything all the time, are they? That is just life. No one's, not everyone's going to do things one way, and this is it. I'm interviewing Hasbro on Sunday. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, well, look at that. I can hear a dog barking. Hi, AC Global. Good to see you. I went to a jumble sale at the weekend. 150 people queuing at 9 a.m. Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, there always were queues for jumble, so I haven't been to one this year. I should have been to one this year, but I haven't. Here's Tommy. So I'm using Tommy as an example. Yeah, no, it's not saying. What I'm saying, Tommy, is it's just life that people do things different ways, and even if you don't agree with someone, you can't let it take up all your time anyway. But what I'm getting at is when you get criticism anonymously, and that is just cowardice, really, because people won't stand up for their views. So people can have all the different views in the world, but at least they're there, staking their claim with their view, and like I say, of course you won't agree with a lot of things that go on, but people do it and people believe in it. Listing leagues come back. I don't know, to be honest. I'm going to ask every week until it's back. I really need a good lot of stock, because otherwise I'll just be pathetic and it'll get to me. Getting a lot of time wasters on eBay right now. People asking question after question, then putting in really low offers. Yeah, welcome to my world. Hello, Ben's Babble. I was testing a camera last week, and every time you press the shutter button, it made a dog barking noise. Oh, I like that. That must have been quite a funky digital camera. What brand was it? Was it a Canon? I think there were little things on the Ixus you could do. You could change because I got a digital Ixus fairly early on. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know whether, I'm pretty sure you could upload a little WAV file. Who have I missed? I'm sure I missed My Allotment Diary. We need to get some things going on in the garden. Yeah, nothing wrong. I mean, like I say, that is life. There's a certain acceptance, and even though if someone did something completely different to me, good luck to them. To be honest, there's loads of things I wouldn't do, and I can just appreciate that they believe in what they're doing, and going for it. And I may have like little gripes and this, that, and the other, but yeah, it's the anonymous, like. I don't know. You may get it on Facebook, even though there is a name on Facebook. But you know what I mean. Trolling, basically. Yeah, that's true. Be very careful with that because teachers are probably some of the best people in the world. My wife's a teacher, and without teachers and a lot of people like that would be nowhere. So it takes a lot to teach. Yeah, everybody has a way. Yeah. That's what makes life interesting, isn't it? The difference of opinion. And I'd love to see Tommy and Chris from Daily Refinement in a room just debating and, going 12 rounds. No, not going 12 rounds, but having a good discussion, then coming away with a certain like, oh, well, we didn't agree, but it was life good talking about it. I think I missed last month's packing voucher. I saw the little message from eBay and I was like, oh, God. It was a Canon Compact with a theme enabled. Fantastic. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a difference between like if Gary criticised something or Tommy criticised something or not criticised, had an opinion, I should say, we'll kind of know who you are. If it was, so I wouldn't call that and these words, the haters, it's just people with an opinion. But if it's completely like anonymous, which it can be on Facebook, you just have a new little Facebook user. Hello, you coming in? Come on. He's been absolutely nuts this morning. Absolutely, because I normally take him for a walk on my own, but the boys came out today, or two of them, and he was really pulley, and then he was just barking at a van for some reason, and it was only after about 2 minutes I realised there was a cat underneath it. Morning, resellers. Talking of fixing things, I've actually got 6 PSPs. 3 of them were broken. I managed to take the 3 broken ones, and by taking them to bits and putting them all back together, I now only have 1 broken one. So I've got one that I keep for testing, the nice one in the nice case. Hello, Kermit. He's gone shy again. Hello. Do you speak, Kermit? It's the Muppet Show with our special guest, Mr. Fuzzy Bear. I used to do little Kermit the Frog impressions. Waka, waka, waka. I've got a I've got a Kermit the Frog doll from the 70s, and yes, you're on camera. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. Oh, it's just what I have to put up with. Half term. So yeah, I got those from the 70s. I remember I was in hospital. My aunt asked me what I'd do like, and I said I wanted a Fozzie Bear, and they weren't cheap. Well, they were 10 quid or something, which in the mid 70s was probably quite a lot of money. Right. I don't get a message from. Oh, sorry, I feel sorry for school teachers. College plus teacher life is easy. Teaching people who want to learn. Yeah. Well. My wife does she's preschool. She was sort of like early years. I don't get a message from eBay anymore about the packaging voucher. Ooh. I'll have to check that one out. That is totally wrong. You do it and then give me an opinion. My wife is often working till about 12 o'clock at midnight, and that's just for preschoolers. So that is complete rubbish. Hello, Jamie. I was in the zone. Well, I appreciate that. We'll come and say hello if I look like I'm just having a bit of a break. Right, I suppose. Well, let's have a look at the price of PSPs. I'll probably stick a game with these because I've got loads of like FIFA 08s and things, but it won't be with a charger. PSP, Sony PSP. Let's just look that up. I haven't sold one for ages, actually, because when you get them, they do more often than not. They are broken. One went with 2 games for 58 quid. So I've got 4 of them. I'll be all right, won't it? Parts only 20 quid, so that's the standard sort of price. Parts only 30 quid. Do I sell the one I've got, like, that it's got everything wrong with it now because I've like cannibalized it for parts? Do I sell that for parts? That'd be a bit cheeky. I think I might just keep it just in case I can nab anything more off it. Turns on, then dies after 25 seconds. £40. Right, UK. Oh, perhaps I can try and get 60 quid for it. A Radiant Red PSP. Box one went for 29 quid. That's incredible. 50 quid plus charger. It's all. I should have these prices. I mean, I would think about 40, 50 from memory. Not having the charger probably affects it a little bit. It's 50 quid with charger there and a couple of UMDs. But 60 quid. 60 quid just on its own. All over the place. Well, let's try 60 quid free post, I think. These are varying condition. There's one that's really nice, and the others are kind of lightly scratched. Right, that's a 1004. I thought they were all 1003s. That's a 1003. I better check I haven't changed over the motherboard on them, and they are what they say they are. That's a 1003. And that's a 1003. So 3 1003s and this one. So I'm going to try for 60 quid free post. Last one I saw was 60 odd with game. Yeah, it's only going to be like a FIFA UMD only, disc only 60 quid. 60 quid, maybe with postage. I have had them for ages, so we're on week 14 now. Peter Stride, Happy Chap 84. If you don't know who he is, did you go to a boot fair? Was it Borden? And was it any good? Let me know. I always contemplate going down there, but it is twice the distance, and I'm already driving 25 miles, 50 miles actually, each, the total journey. So let me know, because Pete doesn't do YouTube anymore, which is perfectly understandable. But of course, I don't see what he gets, which is always nice to know. So let me know what you got, and right, this isn't working. Unit only, does not include charger. Light wear to case. What would you call it? Shell? Light wear to unit. Vague as anything. $59.99 plus I'll stick £3. 79 postage on. Let's have a look at that postage, Jane. I will have a look at that. Everything was rained off. Yeah, I think you're right, and I think they have become. I did see a few things. A few things got pointed out to me why you should buy a PSP in 2023, sort of thing. So I was looking at that. I will just look up comps or solds and go with what they're selling at. We'll go with that. So that's disappointing. Everything was rained off. They're all 1000 series anyway. I think Boredom might have been on, if anyone knows. Hello, Roland. Oh. Are they really? Because I have loads of UMD films because they were just worth nothing. So I think that's a game, Prince of Persia. They're all games. What have I got? Warhammer 40,000 Squad Command. I think that's a game. X-Men Origins, UMD. X-Men Legends, Rise of Apocalypse. I think actually, it could be a game actually, because it's got Activision on it. Check that one. I've got Men in Black somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Men in Black. Just dropped it. These have just been kicking around for ages. What's this? Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. And Fantastic Four. That's a bad film. Rise of... Is it Rise of the Silver Surfer? Is it the second one? I can't see it because it's under the sticker. Not that you can see that. So there we go. Have we had a controversy? Well, yeah, we have. Well, kind of, really. It's just the same old thing, really. That it's these people who come along with their disc polishers and buy thousands and thousands of games discs, and then list them all. They list hundreds of items every week and sell them, and they're really concentrating on their reselling business. I mean, who do they think they are, Jack? Terrible. Just, it's outrageous, really. I mean, let me know your opinion. Last pick I got was 3 original Xboxes and an Xbox shaped mini fridge, all 40. I picked up an Xbox 360S the other week for $5. Happy with that. Didn't have a power supply. It's a bit of a weird. It's one of those double power supplies, and I managed to pick up an Xbox One S with a power supply this week, and it had a power supply. So the one I got a while ago was $5. I think this one was £3 or £4. So I will sell console on its own and keep the power supply. Should I pick up any more? Console on its own, I think it's a fairly reliable unit, that Xbox S. The one with just it's not we've got the square one. We had the square one, which was on the last Xboxes that came out, Xbox 360s. But I think it's the one before that. It's just not a square shape, a little thing inside. I think they're fairly reliable. Yes. There's certain things in the comments I won't give the oxygen to, and I would advise other people not to. I bought this game for some reason. I thought it was worth a lot of money. It isn't worth a lot of money, which is a bit of a shame. And not only that, I need a man who's got a disc polisher and sells hundreds of discs, because it's not, you can't see that, it's not the best condition. It did only cost me 50p though. So if it's working, we will put it on. Let's have a look at solds. I mean, I can see it could sell for like £4 free post or something ridiculous. That 99p one went for with postage, £2.99. Buys it now. Let's have a look at those. One went for £5 plus £2.75 postage. So I'll try £6.99 free post. Happy Chap has had a right wally of a buyer asking for part refund because the console only I sent him had no power supply. Yes, you sent me those pictures. I can confirm he was a bit of a wally. eBay should back you up. Remember that your photos form part of the description, and of course you would have put it in the description as well. So you should be belt and braces there. Hello, Ian. Good to see you. I saw your little one getting the Jellycats, the Jellycat King of Wales. It's fantastic. Getting all the good stuff. Wish my kids did that. Could send them out to all corners of Wallington and they could come back with woody. I always put that in to part cover myself as best I can. Is he talking about no power supplies? Anyway, $6.99 for Time Splitters. I've just got to test it later, which I will do. I've got a silver PS2 boxed that is working. I've just sold a non-working unit for a tenner. Just wanted to get rid of it. It's pretty cheap, actually, plus postage, $7.50 postage. But I've actually got a boxed silver one with a silver controller and a silver memory card. It's a rather nice thing. It's been kicking around. I bought it for £25. I do remember. I think I should be selling it for quite a bit more than that. It's got the polystyrene in it, but I can only find one at the moment. I think the other one is on a shelf somewhere. We're going to, Gary, seeing as you are, we're going to look at the trainers. The Marty McFlys. Here's a weird thing. Before I get, and I'm like, going off topic here, but do you find that sometimes you might list an item and, for example, I've listed a Samsung camcorder, and then a couple of days later I was thinking, did I list that? I searched for Samsung in my active listings. I have mentioned this before. Oh, I've got another offer expired. So go to my active listings by going round around the houses. I'm doing this on PC. So I'm searching by item title. I put in Samsung. We didn't find any results. I put in the model number before, but I'm going to put in camcorder. Put in camcorder, and up on my list comes Samsung VP-MX10 digital camcorder with box. So why didn't it find it when I put in Samsung? It's the first word. I've spelled it exactly the same, and I found this with other brands. You search by the brand, and it just doesn't seem to find it. It's really weird. A little eBay glitch there. And of course, the risk is you list something twice. I could have listed that Samsung camcorder because I was, why hasn't the search picked up Samsung? Right, Marty McFly's. So last week we reduced the price of the Nike Air Huarache to £84.99 from £90. I got an offer of 72, I think it was. So quite a bit below the asking price. It was grabbed out of my hand at the last minute. I was messaging Gary, going, look, it's sold, bloody hell. Unfortunately not. So I'm going to end the listing again. Each week I'm going to end this listing, if I can remember how to do it. Actions, end listings, and we're going to sell these blooming Karachi trainers. eBay search is absolute trash. Yeah, no, it's weird. You have to be so careful. I'll have a look at this postage. Yeah. Don't give it the oxygen. You know, you know, I'm not. Right. He's gone quiet, yeah. Well, they haven't really got a leg to stand on unless it's a change of mind. And you should be covered with feedback. If you do ring eBay, just be very relaxed and nice. That's all I can say. Right, let's get these Marty McFlys back on. There they are. Sell similar. Any more tinkering I can do to make this very attractive? A little border around my pictures. Remember we used to do that, put in some HTML. Theme. Could put in a theme. Performance activity. What do you reckon, Gary? Performance activity. Running and jogging, gym and training. I said hoverboarding last week, didn't I? Pilates. School, skateboarding. Nothing there. Cut the price by another tenner. $79.99. List. Let's see what the views go like. We are going to get those sold. I still don't really know what Mag was a model of boot, I think. I think that's kind of what it was all about. So close, yeah. So close. Just bring them down bit by bit, and then Gary will buy them when they're about a tenner. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. I've got a bit of an issue with my duck. I was in last week's duck race. I didn't even see it. And Peter Ray also mentioned that his duck was not seen. I'm wondering whether there's some sort of glitch where the Peter ducks are not being seen. They're at the bottom of the lake, maybe. Could let me know about that. It's very important. Performance, running, jogging, gym training, all that sort of stuff. I'll put it in later. Oh, you do? Well, I'll tell you what, I will do it now then. I will do it now. Thought I heard a noise out there. My sales have got a little bit better, but still nowhere near where I want them to be. Let me know how yours are going. The kind of the last 7 days, each day has just been sort of a little smidgen under 100, really, which is like, you know, I do expect it this time of year not to be brilliant, and I haven't gone mad by any means. So I'm kind of comfortable where it is, but wouldn't mind a really, really good few days. You know, a few like £300 or £400 days. That'd be good, wouldn't it? But of course, I've got to get some stuff listed. Let's stick in these activities then. I could just put the whole lot, couldn't I? Performance activity, running and jogging, yes. Gym and training, yes. Frequently selected. Well, I want those ones because that's what people search on. Walking, yeah. American football, maybe not. Baseball, basketball, beach. Yeah, I can see that at the beach. Bodybuilding, bowling. But you could just put everything. Cheerleading, CrossFit. Why not? Cross training, why not? Cycling, maybe not. Dance, yeah. Driving, yeah. Fishing. Football, no. Golf, no. Hiking, hunting, you could just put loads in. Pilates, although you probably do it barefoot. Typing, activity typing. Ridiculous. Right, they're all in there. So all of those active people in those various, you should put the whole lot really. So yeah. Thank you, Fluffy. Hope you have a good week. Gary's got 241. Yeah, you have to keep pedaling. That's one thing is for sure. Yeah, they were dead. I don't know. They were dead. They were duck à l'orange. Definitely dead and buried. Pretty good. Touch wood. Yeah, scratching around for stock. Well, I suppose I'm quite glad I've got about 500 items on my store that I do. Like I say, I go through 10 a day and bring them down, and a lot of the older stuff is going. I really want to do some numbers on how old my stock is. I think that would be very interesting, and aim towards. I don't want to aim towards a store with a set number or anything like that. I always say, people say I want to have 1,000 things listed. I said, no, what's the point of that? You want to get a lot of items sold. So, a couple of things you could look at is how many items you've sold, obviously, but what is the age of the stuff on your store? So if I had 500 items, 300 of them were a month old, 100 of them were a month to 2 months old, and the other 100 were 2 to 3 months old. I had nothing else on my store. I think that would be the most brilliant store you could get, because obviously you've got high sell-through, with that kind of it's coming in, it's going out. Mine is a sorry state of affairs with things that have been there for a very, very long time, many a decade. Who searches training for the purpose of typing? Yeah, you do have to wonder, but you've got to get the as many rods in the lake as possible, I guess. Beach, yes. Vintage views. All my sales have been small, cheap DVDs. Yeah, I sell replacement DVDs, and I don't actually mind them really because they're easy to ship. But I only make about £1 on each one. But they do sell, which is the important thing. 721. So Pete is probably a little bit, higher numbers than me. 659. Yeah, well, that's another good thing to look at. If you're looking on mobile, I look at people and it says things like current listings 80, sold in the last 3 months 400. I'm like, oh God, that's amazing. Turnover 15 grand. I'm like, oh, that's all right, isn't it? Let's have a look. Selling. Yeah, so mine's a lot less than that. So 586 active and under 300 sold. So yeah, you're doing very well, Pete. Good stuff. Good to see other people doing well, definitely. This is very true. I've officially invisible. So this is why it's a good reason to do sell similar. But yeah, I've heard the same thing. And I always say that after a month, it's kind of like dormant, sleeping, but after 3 months it's dead. Oh, well, that's interesting because I am looking at my through my way of doing it on my active listings. So I'm glad it's showing up anyway. I should go in incognito really if I'm really worried about it. The reason I need it coming up on my search is just to remember whether I've listed the thing. Storage is an issue. Everyone's selling their sold numbers. Yeah, it's difficult seeing numbers. I mean, you've got to compare to yourself because, like I say, I know Pete sells sort of similar sort of seller to me, so it's always interesting. It's interesting. He's fairly local to me, so I love talking to the local resellers and seeing how they're doing. And I really get the most kind of encouragement, support from all the local resellers. So if you you know, UI is probably about like 4 or 5 resellers who I really appreciate around here. Pete's one of them. So yeah, may those numbers keep going. Yeah, definitely. If they're working hard, go for it. Yeah, all the numbers don't really mean anything, but if you're happy with them or whatever, good. If you realise they're not quite where you want them to be, you know what to do. It's just you've got a list of my numbers. I just need to list. I just need to do more work. That's all it is. It's simple. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I think I can understand why Pete isn't doing videos anymore. Because I mean, I wonder about doing videos sometimes. You get like Pete isn't monetized, so you know. I guess, and I'm sure he'll say, but if I was in his situation, I would be. This really does sort of like take an hour out of my day, and I could be listing. And you know, you lose focus, and then you might look at it, and you might, you know, if you don't get the views you want, you might get a little bit disheartened. So it all distracts from the actual main focus, which is reselling. That's what I would guess. I've got to say, I mean, if would I still do it if it wasn't monetized? I do enjoy it, you know, but I sometimes it can get you, definitely. I need more sales to afford more stock. I'm drowning in stock I could buy. How did your Atari consoles go? The Jaguars. Cool, that's good, isn't it? An understanding contact. That's all very good. Put all the unsold stuff away. Yeah, it's often tempting just to take the whole lot down and start a store afresh. That'd be quite a good thing to do. I've listed 2 things. I really don't know what else I've got to list. So I've got some Christmas lights over there. Not really the time of year. I have got a tease, but I've got 2 tease maids. I've got this. This was an absolute steal at the boot sale. I won't tell you how much I paid because I'll probably get some heat, and not only that, I bartered them down as well. But so the hinge is absolutely fine on it, but it is the bottom screen is scratched to anything, and that's the doorbell, which I'm going to have to get. Bear with me. So I told Liz I'm streaming at the moment, and she says, "Oh dear, I thought you were walking funny." It's a sign of old age. So I know these have the touch screen, the digitizer. I'm wondering whether this, if I have to get. Oh, and the other thing with this, there are a few. You can't see a very few dead pixels. So, do I just sell it like that? Can you just take this plastic screen out, or is it the digitizer that's got scratched? I'm not too sure. So we will have to think about that one. Hello, Peter Ray. Definitely makes getting home and sorting easier. Yeah, it's just a distraction, isn't it? Really, I can understand if you get like 5,000 views a video, and you've got like 5,000 plus subs. It becomes an interesting income stream. But when you're not monetized or you're getting very little, so there was a question there: do the sales that come from YouTube make it worth it? I think I probably had about 2 sales from showing stuff on here. and people saying, "Oh, mind that," and normally they buy through eBay anyway, and it's stuff that would have sold. Yes, it definitely depends who you are. If I was Nick, I'd do exactly the same, because if you can find a channel, a sales channel that doesn't incur fees, yeah, you definitely go for it. Why wouldn't you? Have you listed that Teasmade? No, I will list it now. I got a Teasmade this weekend. Now I had one a while ago. It boxed, and it was one of these, and it sold, and then it was faulty, and I was thinking, oh, I bet this was a blooming Argos return or something. But I've just picked up another one, so I'm going to put it in the box and say, oh no, I tried to get 90 quid for it, and it did actually sell. So I'm hoping it's on my orders. It might just be over 3 months old. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's YouTube is a funny one, you know. Right, item tile. Swan Teasmade. Is he going to find it? No, it's not there. I may well look up my invoice just to see what my title was. Bit of a pain. I wouldn't have minded just doing a sell similar on that. STM. So yeah, I've got this one. I've got that one, which is a slightly different one. So the one I picked up this weekend was £7. A good old box to send it. Can you hear that dog barking? I'll tell you what, I'm going to put that one on first. £45 free postage. New other. Really? New other? It's not in the box. These people who use new other, and it's obviously not. STM201N. I think I might try and get like £40 free post. Pre-owned Swan Vintage Rapid Bore Teasmade with clock alarm in white, STM201N, very good condition. £46 free post. That'll do me. Let's try that. Free post. I won't put it on the 1 day free post. It'd be a nightmare hunting around for a box if that sells quickly. Doing YouTube videos usually gets me to sort stuff out, like list it, put it away. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I do. I'm glad actually that I do the List 5 live, because if I didn't do it, I probably would be not doing anything to do with reselling. That's very true. It's one of those things that a lot of people will look out for, but when you look at, unless you've got a contact or can get it in huge volume, the actual return on investment, unless you're quite lucky, isn't the greatest. It's good, but not the greatest you can get. So definitely finding something that is under the radar or off people's radars is definitely preferable, because it's so, if you're going to boot fairs looking for the obvious thing, which I'm probably guilty of, going around looking for where the DS lights, where are they, where are the consoles, Yeah, you have got to think. Those DS not worth time and effort. I don't think it is. I think you're right, Richard. I have changed a couple of shells, which are worth it when the hinge goes. But this actually does well. If I can get, if I can get 20 quid for it, like as it is, or 30 quid for it, if I've got to spend a lot of time there, I'll go for the 20 quid, definitely. I'm going to video a dial phone company version this week. Okay, we'll look forward to that. 1K for Sega Game Gear stuff. No, just lost one actually. I don't think I'm ever going to get there, to be honest. So I've kind of stopped thinking about it. That's interesting, Richard. Let me know what you're talking about there, because I've got loads of Game Gear stuff, and it's definitely not worth £1,000. So I think I must be misunderstanding the message. Exactly the same here. Although we've just bought 2 pieces of furniture, which would have cost us over £200 each new, and they're £30 each. So it's good for some stuff. Got much planned for half term? Yes, yeah, we have. Going up to HMS Belfast, which should be very enjoyable. Look forward to that, and a few other bits and bobs. Yeah, it must be like what's that? It's 300 Game Gears. Hello, Fane Simon. I hope you're well. Is Rosie Marsden in as well? Rosie's in. I don't know if I've already said hello, James. Good to see you. So Jack's talking about. It's always great when you sort of catch the back end of a conversation. But I know Jack has got a couple of large gaming halls recently. Did he reply about the Jaguar? That's what I'm interested in. I know someone who's picked up a Vectrex the other day, but they paid some good money for it. When is Bold Find starting? It was cancelled due to the weather, which is understandable. Long way to go to Cornwall. I'd love to do a roadshow. I think I might. Furthest I might go this season is maybe South Coast. I might check a few out down there. Yeah, there we go. Rain stop play, and the van broke down. Oh no! When it happens, it happens. Just find Sega Game Gear. Isn't that popular box games like Nintendo? Guess yeah. Oh god, if you can get a boxed SNES Nintendo games. Oh no, I've got lots of boxed Japanese stuff, but it hasn't particularly, I've got a boxed N64 game, and it was like 15 quid. It wasn't that huge. It's obviously you've got to know your stuff, haven't you? Right. Here's another one I'm going to list. I wonder if Faye would want these. Would Faye want these lovely Wellington boots? Talking about selling to people on the stream. I bought these and I thought, oh, they're nice. Jewels. And then I got them home and I realised there's just this tiny bit of crackage here. Obviously not been stored properly, been squished. And then I sort of I said to Liz, do you want a pair of nice boots? Because they were her size. And she took them for a bit, but then she's got a few problems with her. She does a lot of standing up, obviously, and tends to wear, I think it's Skechers she wears in the garden. There's a little bit of crack in there as well. You must be careful when I send these. But I think it's still a nice Wellington boot. If I sold a pair of Hunters, which were in a right old state, I only picked them up for 50p though. Sold them for a £5. So there you go. It's not good with wellies. Yeah. Exactly the same as Liz. Right, let's have a look then. See if I can. Jules Wheelies. Jules Wellies. Here's a similar pair. Oh, let's have a look at solds. This will be my last one, and I'm going to go have a cup of tea. Let me know what everyone else is up to today. If you're not subbed, yeah, we're not trying to get to. I think I came on last week and said I need 21 subscribers to get to 3,000, and I need 23. So yeah, like I say, anyone you can rope in is appreciated. Yeah, not worth a hell of a lot. Size 8. Nice size. My size. Perhaps I'll just wear them. Flowery wellies in the garden. Why not? Not very expensive at all. She saw me coming, that woman, when I bought those. Brand new, 20 good condition, used. This is not a happy tale. I don't think they're going to sell. I think if you've got a pair in good condition, they're 20 quid. Tops. I think I may well give them to the charity shop. Perhaps it could be a giveaway on the channel. Who would want a floral welly? Yeah, I mean, it's a pair sold for 20 quid and they were like worn once. Excellent condition. That's a shame. We'll leave those. I don't want to put like stuff like bad stuff on the store. I don't think it's a good idea. Made a mistake, but yeah. Still loving her Vans. That's good. Yes, that's one thing that did sell on the channel. It was a pair of, I think they were kind of like canvasy type, but they were quite, from memory, they were quite floral. Oh, nice pair of shoes, those actually. Right, got 2.5 minutes left. I had a complaint last week because I left 8 minutes early. So you're going to have to put up with me for another 2 minutes. What I'll show you down here is a little shelf of fakes. So who remembers these from way back? I don't know what to do with them. If anybody, wants these really cheap, it's a pair of fake Nike Air. Terrible fake. You can just tell by that label it hasn't got the sort of edge going around it. Yeah, I was suckered in. I paid quite a bit of money for these, and that front label is terrible as well. These are a size 11. If anybody would like these, I mean, they're in good. Oh, look, I've gone out of focus. I will be back in the room eventually. Can I do this manually? Let's have a look. Autofocus off, on. There we go.
One of my friends has just asked, where's Harrison? And then someone says, I think he's in the Maldives. So,
and then he shut the camera application down. So there's those fakes, and I'll show you the others. I'm going to have to get right down here. I'm going to have to get right down. How much did I pay? I think it was about 25-30 quid. I wasn't happy, I'll tell you that. I'll have to check. And then I've got these. Now, I bought these from a charity shop. I'm still not convinced these are fakes. Perhaps you can help me. I had them listed, and I think a long time ago. This is one of the first things I saw, like 5 years ago, and then someone sent a message that was saying, "Oh, obvious fake." I don't know. I mean, that it has just got. I think they are, because, like, inside, all it's got is, you can't see it at all. It's got that. Just says Air Jordan on it. So there's no. Well, the actual label. I don't know. Actually, let's have a look. That label at the side. You can't see it at all. Let me try and get all this out of the way. So, Gary, I'm asking for your expertise, really, I guess. It says made in China, fabric on Chinique, whatever it is. It's gone out of focus again. But there's nothing on that label, which looks all right, that says Nike. Hold the back of these ones. Sorry, Gary. I'll send you some photos, actually. I had a good old check of them. I was well happy when I found them. I paid £8 for these at the charity shop. So when they started being like, oh, they're fake, I was a little bit annoyed. But if they are, they are. The weight is the key to the fake. What size are these? 10. Well, two size 10 fake shoes here. Oh no, these ones were 11. It won't do. They are just Jordan Jumpman on the tags now. Gary, I'll send you some photos. Let me know what you think on those white ones. They look fake. The mesh should go down at an angle. I see what you're saying. So if anybody wants to buy a couple of pairs of fake, so this is very straight, I guess. And the little, I suppose it does these bits. I don't know how it should feel, but they do feel a little bit kind of like not of the best quality. But there we go. If anybody wants some like cheap shoes, let me know. The pullback tag will say for sure. This thing? What do you mean? Pullback tag. Is that the pullback tag? I think that's the pullback tag. The stitching looks horrendous as well. Nike Flight. I will send you some photos rather than keep going on here. There goes a couple of PSPs. If it's short and stubby, talking about me there, it's a fake. I am a fake. Right, everyone, I'll let you go. 3 minutes extra, making up for 8 minutes less last week. Hope you have a brilliant week reselling. Hope you source well. Hope you sell well. And hope you're very, very well. I will send you some pics, Gary. Thanks for your help. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.